I would like to introduce myself as the moderator. My name is LaMonica Miles, and I will be the moderator, and I will now allow my awesome team members to make an introduction.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Brittany Grease. I am Business Solutions Rep on LaMonica's team for Tarrant County. So I will be helping answer questions that you put into the chat, and hopefully we will find some good positions today. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Brittany. Ms. Lisa.
Everyone, my name is Lisa Galbraith, and I have the privilege of working at the Arlington Workforce Solutions office. I am a part of the business services unit, and I am here to help however I can. Happy hunting today. I hope you get someone. Thank you.
Absolutely, Ms. Lisa. That's always the goal. And as a pillar in Tarrant County, we strive to keep job seekers working by connecting with employers such as yourself to bring in that talent and, of course, fill those open positions that you have. We have some exciting employers here today. Before each employer begins to speak, I'll just let you know a couple of things that they may touch on. The opportunity that they currently have open. They will, in some cases, discuss their salary, the schedule, the ideal person that would be a fit for the opportunity. In some cases, they may share with you perks of the company, as well as why they enjoy being a part of their company, with the hopes of getting your interest to apply and ultimately be part of their team. With that being said, I will start with actually allowing the employers to speak. The very first one up to speak is Mr. James Lawless, and he is with Republic National. Mr. Lawless, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. I appreciate the time today to join you guys. I want to tell you a little bit about Republic National Distributing Company. Like I said, my name is JD Lawless. I go by JD with Republic National Distributing Company. We are a distributor of wine and spirits. So when you think about anytime you go out and have a drink or an adult beverage, wherever you buy that from, whether it's at a bar or a liquor store or a grocery store or whatever, we are one of the distributors that distribute those products to those locations. So we operate in approximately 37 states across the country. I have a big corporate office and a big warehouse right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro. It's in Grand Prairie. And typically what we're looking for when we're hiring in our local market here is drivers, CDL drivers, and we do have non-CDL positions as well. Merchandisers, which are the people that actually work at the point of sale, helping set up the products and fight for that space in the store, and also warehouse people. We have warehouse associates that work day shift and night shift. So what happens is typically our products come in from our suppliers. They're unloaded by our day shift, and then our night shift put the products on the trucks for our truck drivers during the evening, and then our truck drivers will take them out to the locations during the day, and the cycle starts all over again the following day. So we have approximately 14,000 associates across the country. We're the second largest distributor. We're privately owned. It's a big industry. It's a fun industry. So I would encourage you. I'll drop our career page in the chat in a few minutes. So I would encourage you to take a look at us. The type of employee we look for, we also have sales positions as well. So the people that go out and try to drum up business to sell, those products to those locations as well. So there's a line of, development and growth for most of our positions. I'll tell you that warehouse work is not easy work. It's putting boxes, putting product on conveyors, putting boxes and product on trucks. Same thing with our truck drivers. When I say I need a CDL truck driver, I'm not looking for someone who's going to leave on Monday and come back on, Friday or Wednesday or whatever. I'm looking for someone who's going to leave in the morning and probably come back, later that afternoon or in the early evening. So our CDL drivers, they do load and unload our trucks. So when you talk about CDL, a lot of people think about over the road. That's not who we are. We're more of a delivery CDL driver. So, but I would entertain any questions. I can tell you that I've been at the company for a year. I love the company. I love the industry. I think it's a fun industry, especially if you partake in adult beverages. I think we do a good job of taking care of our associates. We have fun times, again, I encourage you to take a look at our company. So I'll entertain any questions, but I'll go ahead and pass it back to you, LaMonica, and let somebody else speak.
Absolutely. So I just have a couple of questions, right?
Sure.
Just to get some of those ideas flowing within the audience. So tell me a little bit about what an entry-level opportunity looks like with your company. The
Absolutely.
second part of that question is, with the open positions that you have, is there an opportunity for advancement? And if so, kind of let us know what that would look like.
Absolutely. So I'll start with the warehouse. So our warehouse, typically warehouse workers, the entry level, it comes in and it's just that. It's just working in the warehouse, moving product, either off the shelf, on the trucks, off the trucks. So that's basically just what a warehouse worker does. And the opportunities for growth there are you can move into a team lead or a supervisory position from there. You can also get certifications to help with getting certifications on forklifts, cherry pickers, things like that, that are part of what we do every day as far as moving products by the pallet. And then also truck drivers, we look for somebody that does have a little bit of experience at the entry level. However, you know, it's a tough labor market right now. We're looking at across the board, you know, how we can fill our positions just like all these other companies are. So, and then on the merchandiser side, that's kind of a entry level into our sales line. So a merchandiser would start out at a store or a few stores would be part of their overview, and they'll put product out, fight for space on those floors. When you go into a store, say a liquor store or a grocery store, and you see a wine product or an alcohol product that has space, a certain amount of rows or a certain amount of columns on the row, those are all fought for by, you know, salespeople and merchandisers in order to get that space for those products. So we do it just like the other distributors do it. So our products are what we want the most visibility on, just like the other companies want their visibility on their products. So, and that merchandiser entry level can move up into the sales line, sales positions, and those positions are typically, they can be commission only, they can be part commission, they can be full salary. We have very varying lines of our sales piece. So I hope that answers what you were looking for.
It does. And you actually answered some other questions that were lingering in my brain. Do you have any salary information to offer?
So those are very different positions with varying salaries. I will say that on the career page that I dropped in the chat, if you look at a position, typically our salary information is listed for each position. We do have some signing bonuses in play right now for our drivers and our warehouse associates, so that'll be listed on the position as well, because you know, I'm sure everybody on this call knows that the labor market is shifted and it's very tough right now. So absolutely trying to entice, you know, people to apply to our job just like everybody else is.
Absolutely. And I have to say, and it's not just one company, but it's across the board. Employers are having to, you know, kind of reinvent the way that they discuss their employment opportunities and be more willing to work with individuals that just don't have that typical experience that is normally required. So I'm just of the belief that as we continue to put forth this information, the economy will turn around and we will be at a better place of operation once again, but we just have to keep moving forward, right? One virtual event at a time, we will turn this pandemic around.
So, and that brings me to a point, I didn't mention this. So during the pandemic, while this may have affected our corporate offices, you know, our warehouses, they never stopped moving products. So we do provide PPE for our warehouse associates, for our drivers. We make sure that they're safe, taken care of as best as we can, especially while they're out dealing with customers. So, you know, that's important for us as well.
Yeah, you bring up a great point that, kind of surfaced during the pandemic. People are looking for opportunities that will be considered solid, right? And one of the sales that drastically increased during the pandemic is alcohol, right? So what that means is job seekers, like, you have some stability with this company. So if you are looking to definitely come in entry level or advanced, visit the site that's in the chat and make that connection. And ultimately, the goal is to get you as part of their team. So thank you so much for the information that you have provided. Do we have any questions in chat related to the information that has been shared?
No, you guys covered it. It's lovely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's going well. Thank you so much again. The next employer up to speak is UPS. We have Rosie Marin with UPS. And at this time, I would just like to open the floor up for you to speak about the amazing opportunities that you have open.
Well, thank you, LaMonica, and thank you everybody for having me on. I am just thrilled to be here and to be able to talk about UPS and the, as you mentioned, amazing opportunities we have, because I really feel that they are amazing. Let me just share a little bit with you. So last month in August, UPS turned 114 years old. Woo, jazz hands for happy birthday. So, and I say that because, UPS has been around forever, right? When people think about UPS, you're like, oh my gosh, how long has this company been around? And I don't know if you all know, but it actually got started in 1907 by two teenage boys, okay, who shared a bike, borrowed $100, and in the basement of a hotel came up with this company to deliver telegrams. Okay, telegrams. Imagine that.
Wow.
When I think about it, it's almost like our text messages now, right? Abbreviated messages with kind of abbreviations, and they would just send them from sender to receiver. And then the general stores kind of started picking up on them, and they started hiring them to deliver packages. So whenever people would go to the general stores and the goods weren't there yet, then they would go ahead and call upon them and say, hey, we just got, whatever it was, and then they would go deliver. Well, 114 years later, we're still delivering, right? That's what we do. we things change, but then they stay the same, right? And so that's what we do. Sometimes people think that we are a warehouse, kind of like JD was talking about. We are not a warehouse, we're more logistics. So when you all order your wine, we'll make sure that you get it. Okay, that's the way we work together with everybody. And then, things happen like the pandemic, right? So many people lost their jobs, so many businesses went under, but UPS stayed on, kind of like JD said, most of our package handlers, they stayed on, all of our drivers, they stayed on. In fact, we were deemed an essential worker for the US government. We had to still deliver, vaccines. We have to deliver packages, government goods, all that good stuff. And of course, what happens when you're not working and you're at home? You're shopping online, right?
Right.
And a little company like, I don't know if y'all have heard of them, Amazon. Yeah, everybody orders stuff, right? And it's not a plug, but even I order from Amazon, but they're one of our biggest customers. So the reason why I say that is because as UPS continues to open up positions, it's not just because we're replacing people who are retiring, it's because we continue to grow. And the pandemic has really just opened up how we change and how we review the process. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, LaMonica, about how the pandemic has changed our hiring process, because, we are hiring thousands. And I don't know if you all heard on the news, UPS nationally is hiring 100,000 people, 100,000 people for the peak, okay? Here in the Metroplex, we're hiring 15,000 additional. That's almost a small city. And so when we think about that, number one, it's exciting for me because one of the things I love about my job is meeting people. So I get to meet 15,000 new people, okay? But it also provides an opportunity to people coming in to make a career out of it. And to me, that is huge because, again, the pandemic has changed so much of what's happened. We almost individually have to just sit back and think, okay, are my skills still good enough? Was I out of work for over a year? Do I even know what's going on? How am I doing to provide for my family? I still have an opportunity at my age? And I know most of you are young, but somebody as old as I am, they don't look at us very hot anymore. They want some young kids now. And so this allows us an opportunity to provide jobs for everybody and in every respect. We have starting opportunities that are package handlers. So the job is easy, but it is hard work. So like JD said, it's very physical, very fast paced, but it starts off at around $15 and it goes up to about $19, depending on the hub, the location, the shift. We have all shifts available. We have what we call our preloaders that start at 3 a.m. We have our day shift around 9 a.m. We have our twilight at around 5 p.m. And then we have our night sort, which is around 10 p.m. So whatever, roundabout way shift that works for you, we'll love to help you on it and bring you on. The other thing is something like that is part-time. So it allows you to add that on to a job if you already have one, and we can go ahead and work with that. Because it is hard labor, we don't want you to do it for full time. Okay, we want you to do it part time. And here's the funny thing, on day one, when I see people coming in, they're so excited. They're like, all right, I'm ready. And they get on it at the end of the day. They're like, okay, it was a little hard. I'm a little sweaty and I'm a little sticky, but it's okay. And then that morning, they're just so sore. They're like, oh my God, I have not worked these arms in forever. And so they're so sore and they're dragging in the door. And, we are just like, come on, you got this, you got this. Well, by Friday, they're rocking and rolling, they're singing, they're skipping to work. And so your body acclimates to it. And like I tell you, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. It is a warehouse environment. It is a yard environment. So you're going to get dirty. You're going to get, dusty, sweaty. You're dealing with boxes, thousands of boxes. You're unloading and loading. So it is hard work, but oh man, the benefits are amazing. And that's one of the things that's UPS is known for their benefits. Okay. We have an amazing insurance. You can go to college on UPS, okay? They have a cap of $25,000. Let me repeat that, $25,000 that you can use to go to college. So if you're coming in and you're working part-time, it allows you time to go to college and UPS will pay for it. I mean, it's amazing. We have great benefits as far as time off, vacation, military leave, anything you need. We will work with your schedule. We'd love to bring you on as a permanent employee, but if you only want to do it during the season to test us out, we got that too. So you just tell me what you need and we got it. We have openings that, like I said, start up as package handlers. You can apply to be a driver. Some of our drivers are making 6 figures now. We have driver helpers. We have personal vehicle drivers for this season, and we even have part-time supervisors. So I think we have a wide array of positions. And again, we love, love, love to promote from within. So it used to be that everybody had to start off as a package handler, right? And there's a lot to be said about that, because once you do that, then you really understand the roles as you're going forward. But the nice thing is that you can come in and you can go up or sideways or diagonally. I mean, you choose which way you want to move throughout the company. So it really allows you to personalize your career development, which I'm all for. Don't put me in a box. So so I'm super excited to be here with you and to share all these amazing opportunities we have.
Right. Absolutely, Rosie. I have to say that, first off, the information that you have provided has definitely been very helpful. And I appreciate UPS so much so because they actually, they promote within. And I can remember speaking with an individual from UPS, and the example was like a lot of their package handlers actually go on to be drivers, right? And that's where you start to see that increase in income, right? And that's not even to mention the educational component, and education is paramount. So this will be a great opportunity for someone that is looking to land a fresh start. I mean, if you want to just start off new, you don't want a lot of commitment as far as the typical employment opportunities, this would be ideal for you. In addition to the flexible scheduling that they have that is available to you. So hopefully you guys stop by and look at the opportunities that are available to you as job seekers with UPS, because it is definitely an optimal opportunity, and it's growing. It's growing. Just think about it. UPS is such, like, where can you go and you don't see a UPS vehicle, right? It just doesn't happen, right? So when you see signs like that in the community, it's letting you know that that company is growing. And if you're looking to grow, then you should definitely connect with UPS. Do we have any questions that are in the chat relating to the opportunities open with UPS?
Yes, we have some interest in administrative positions. Do you guys have those open often? Do you have anything that you'd like to share about those?
That's a great question. Yes, and we often get asked about administrative positions. So those are not as common as the rest that I did mention. However, when we do have them available, they will definitely be on our website. And so if you go to the www.upsjobs.com, then you can go ahead and put your city and it'll tell you what's available. The part-time supervisor and the DFW airport generally have some positions that might mimic a little bit of administrative. You would be supervising a team, of course, but like, for example, the airport is a little more administrative-like in that even though you're out in the yard, you're basically taking a lot of inventory and doing reports and doing the manifestos for the flights, and to make sure that those, go out on time and things like that. So those are a little more administrative. And if they have interest in that, again, those positions are available right now.
All right, and then are your benefits available to part-time employees? And then it says, or is it just tuition reimbursement in regards to education?
Here is the great news. Our benefits are available to all part-time employees. So that is fantastic. That is so unheard of. All of our part-time employees have the benefits available to them.
Is there more information on your website for the personal driver position?
Yes, the entire job description will be there. And that's actually one of my favorites because I call it driving a steel box on wheels, right? So the ugly part about that is that there's no air conditioning and there's no heater. But man, you're going to be in shape because you're delivering packages all day, making a lot of overtime. And I got to tell you, our drivers roughly are making about 250 stops per day. 250 stops per day. And you all know, I know when I order, I get more than one package at a time. And so, yes, those are available. I'm going to start ordering that wine, JD. So that's going to come in several packages as well. But yes, those opportunities are available. And there is a whole description for each one of those on our website.
How long does your hiring process take? What does that look like?
It depends on the position. Generally for entry level, you could probably start within a week. Because of the pandemic, a lot of our hiring processes have gone to an electronic type. And so when you go on website and you apply the online or the application is going to be done online, then you're able to self-schedule an interview, and then you're able to self-schedule a starting date, which is amazing. We are also, just to mention, we are also a second chance company. So sometimes a lot of people feel like because they may have a record, they may not be able to apply. We will go ahead and do a second chance. There are a couple of things we have to say no to, but we will take it on a case-by-case basis. We do believe in second chances.
Do you have any work from home positions? And then the customer service and accounting positions, that would all be on your website, correct?
All the customer service would also be on our website. That is correct. We do not have work from home positions.
Okay, and then I have one more. How long is one usually a package handler before transferring to another department?
Entirely up to you. Because you come in as an hourly employee when you become a permanent employee with us. And again, this is all for permanent employees. Seasonal, you come in, period of time, and then you go on about that. Seasonal works really well for like if you have a business, you want to do it for a short period of time to maybe put in some influx of cash, or you have other jobs, for example, construction workers, lawn companies, they generally don't have as much work during the winter months, so they come in and work for us and then they're back to their own. But I'm sorry, I lost track. What was the question again?
Time frame to transfer from a package handler to another department.
Thank you. Thank you. So when you come in, the union does a great job of protecting all our employees, and they have the setup, right, to where they can come in. And I don't exactly remember the time frame, but you work a number of hours. It's not like 30 days, 60 days. It's a number of hours. So the more hours you work, the shorter that time frame becomes. But as soon as you come in, that manual tells you exactly how long you have to work before you can bid to a next position. And that's the other thing, is that our internal applicants, once they come in, they get first dibs at any other positions that come up. Once we exhaust the internal candidates, then we go to our external applicants. And right now we know already that because the amount of positions we have supersedes the number of internal employees interested, that's why we're hiring externally.
All right, beautiful. That wraps up the questions from the chat for us.
All right, well, thank you so much. I went ahead and put our website, so anybody who's interested, definitely go on there. We'd love to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rosie, for the great information sharing. So let me just repeat a couple of things that I heard her say, right? You can come in as a part-time worker, have flexible scheduling. Most importantly, you can actually decide when you want to start. So in my mind, I'm just thinking, like, what more could you ask for, right? You have someone that is willing to help you with your education. You can advance. It's just a great opportunity. And last but not least, something that is very important, that you are a second chance employer. I think that is, I know that is a valuable component, because the reality of it is that sometimes when individuals, re-enter society, that becomes a barrier. So to know that you have opportunity, that you will consider, second chance employees, that's amazing. So I hope that it was enough information given today to get that excitement going and to get traffic coming your way. Thank you so much for the information that you shared today, Rosie. The next employer that we have is Gaylord Texan, and we will have Nikki Burton to speak at this moment. So Ms. Burton, just feel free to take it away.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm here at the wonderful Gaylord Texan in Grapevine, Texas. We are a multi-location hospitality brand across the U.S. The one here in Grapevine, Texas, I don't know if you've been to our facility, but it's absolutely beautiful and great to work for. We do offer over 1,800 rooms and suites, planning meeting locations, convention space. Also, we have 9 different outlets that we call restaurants here. We also have 2 pools to include our Paradise Springs, which is our water park, which is amazing during the summer. And it's actually still open during the weekend right now, until I believe the 22nd of October. We also have retail shops, dedicated entertainment building where we have live bands. And of course, throughout the year, we have family activities going on. Right now, we launched our fall decorations. It's absolutely beautiful inside. And we have goblins and giggles going on. So during the fall, we have different activities for families and kids when they stay here with us. Here in November, we will be launching Lone Star Christmas, which is our big annual holiday season event. And for that activity and that theme, we are hiring for seasonal, of course, hosts and hostesses to work at our restaurants. We're hiring servers and bartenders to work at our restaurants. We're also hiring retail associates, because we will have a lot of little stores and activities going on around the atrium inside the Gaylord that will require, to sell retail activities attendants. For example, right now with Goblins and Giggles, those activity attendants would help us with the art studios and cookie decorating and the escape rooms that we have going on right now. For the holiday season, we'll have cookies and milk and cookies with Mrs. Claus, and we'll have a snow tubing, ice skating, and gingerbread decorating, as well as different gift shops, hot cocos and goodies. And it's just a fantastic place to be. We do call it the holiday extravaganza. We have over 2 million Christmas lights going on during our holiday season, including 27-foot Christmas trees. So if you haven't been here during the holidays, it is the place to be. Ideal candidates for the seasonal jobs would be a college student, perhaps coming home from school for the holidays, a parent that is now at home because kids are at school, semi-retired, and veteran. We're very veteran friendly. I retired from the Air Force in 2020. After a year not working, I was like, I got to get back in the workforce. So this was a great place to start back up. Also, many seasonal employees come back every year because they enjoy it so much, and they have the opportunity to get full-time jobs and part-time jobs after the seasonal, I guess the seasonal part has ended. We are very flexible with schedules. We have part-time and full-time. And our perks include 30% discounts on usually retail and meals. We also have discounted stays. We do belong to Marriott, so we have discounted stays to stay at any Marriott location, to include our family and friends program, which they also get a discount to stay at our locations as well. We were affected, and we are affected by the pandemic, just because certain industries are hard to hire right now. For example, our food and beverage departments, right? So we have very competitive wages. All our seasonal employees will start at $15 an hour. We also have seasonal leads that will help. They're the frontline supervisors that will help, and those start off at $17 an hour. And then our coordinators as well. So with that, does anybody have any questions?
Nikki,
So
I'm looking for your career site. Do you have that off the top of your head?
So I do. Our career site is careers.marriott.com, and in there, if they type in Grapevine, Texas, exact location, they will come up with a list of all the positions that we have available.
So thank you so much, Nikki, for the information that you have shared. And so let me just say something that's off topic, but it definitely does tie into what you have going on with your company. You know, over the past year and a half, things have been gloomy, right?
Yes.
That's just the reality of it. Things have been so uncertain. So, Gaylord Texan is an opportunity for you to just go out there and get those positive endorphins going, right? Who wouldn't want to be in an atmosphere that's full of joy, peace? Like, that's amazing. And thank you so much for the service that you offer. It's definitely needed in just such a time as this. In addition to that, I forgot to mention, but thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your service to our country. And in addition to that, Workforce Solution does offer priority of service to veterans, right? And their families. So thank you again so much for your service. That's most importantly. Job seekers, I encourage you to go out and check into the opportunities that they have, because they actually have some decent wages. $15 an hour is pretty decent. Not to mention.
I'm sorry, if I can also add, as a server, yes, it is, $2.13. However, the tips they receive, though, especially when it comes to the large groups that come and visit us, the tips are absolutely outstanding. I mean, I can't say that enough. Even though, the wage is low, the tips by far, we have so many employees here, we call them stars, that have been here for years and years, because just the wage is very good here, and the benefits as well.
Absolutely. And one of the things that has turned around in the pandemic is, individuals that are going out for entertainment, they're actually tipping a lot better, right? So it could definitely serve as that extra income, right?
Yes.
And they have a lot of different amazing opportunities from entry level to advanced. So I encourage you to just be part of that positive movement and energy that is going on at Gaylord Texan. And just become part, right? Just become part. They have some awesome opportunities. So that information is in our chat. And it's our hope that as Workforce Solutions, we serve as a pipeline to connect you to this awesome opportunity that exists with this amazing employer. Thank you so much for the information that you have shared. Nikki, do we have any additional questions relating to the opportunities, Brittany?
Yes, Nikki, are benefits for both part-time and full-time employees?
Yes, they are. Yes.
And are starting pay for retail associates 15 as well?
Yeah, for our seasonal, yes. And then again, if our star would like to, stay after the season, there's always that opportunity as well. But they do start at $15, yes.
And then I provided the website in the chat, everybody. So just make sure you choose the Grapevine location.
And if I can also add, we are having hiring events every Wednesday for our seasonal positions. And they're from 1 to 4, every Wednesday from 1 to 5, and they're here in the Human Resources office. We're also having one this Saturday from 1 to 4 as well.
Oh, that's lovely, Nikki. If you want to send LaMonica and I an email on that, we could probably share that on our social media.
Yes, we'll do. Thank you so much.
Brittany, great minds think alike, because I was just going to add to what you shared, Nikki. As long as we have those postings in Work in Texas, it would be an honor for us to share that on our social media platforms, as we have done with some of the other positions that you had open. So that opportunity is always available to you.
Okay, great.
And in addition to any employers that are here, should you have opportunities that you would like to see mentioned on our social media outlets, we just require that you provide us with the job posting ID, which is reflected in Work in Texas, and then we'll move forward with getting out the word for your opportunities that are open.
Okay, and just to wrap up the chat questions, I've got 3. So I have one inquiring about positions in finance or accounting. How long are your seasonal positions? And is your Grapevine the location for your hiring events?
So yes, for finance positions, if you look on our website, you can see what is posted there. We do have some finance positions available, I believe. Also, I'm sorry, what was the second one?
How long are your seasonal positions?
Our
for?
seasonal positions, orientation would start in October, and then shortly after that, that's when the season starts, and it ends usually in January. And then for the last question, yes, all our hiring events are here at the Gaylord Texan Human Resources Office. And you can always give us a call, and my direct number is 817-778-3932. You can always give me a call and I can provide that information as well.
Okay, and that wraps up the chat questions. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Burton, for that awesome information that you just shared with us. Moving on to the next employer, we have Girling up next, and Christie Owens will be presenting on the opportunities that are available. Ms. Owens, just feel free to take it away.
So, how's everyone doing?
Oh, thank you.
We are Girling Homecare. We are personal attendant services provider. So what we do is we go in the home and take care of the elder and the disabled. With that being said, with the pandemic, we all know that's kind of tough to get those aides out in the homes to help with the clients that are needing the care, right? No one wants to go in and they feel like they're going to get sick or they're going to catch COVID, but we do provide the PPE wear, like gloves, masks, whatever's needed to, protect them in the client's home. We do have, I was just informed by my, so now we have a total of 3. We have the PCA, personal attendant care providers, which goes in and takes care of the, like I said, the elder and the disabled. They go in and they do bathing, dressing, meal prep, escort, transfer from one place to the other, routine hair and skin, toileting. A lot of people think of toileting as, they have to go in and what, that's not the case. Toileting can be assisting with going to the restroom. Let's see what else we have. We also have the staffing coordinator is an office position that is basically what they're doing is staffing the clients that are needing a attendant to come in the home and help with the bathing and dressing and meal prep and those services. They will be doing time, approving time. They will be staffing PCAs. They will be doing field assessments, hires, background checks. Basically, that's it for the staffing coordinator. Sums it up for what they will be doing. We are hiring for a field supervisor as well, where they go out and assess the clients to approve the services, make sure that the home is a safe environment for our PCAs, personal care attendants, to go in and provide the services for the client. They'll be doing routine visits, drop-ins, and check to make sure everything's being done from the PCA, make sure the house is a clean environment. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're fading in and out from time to time.
Okay, yeah, I think it's our service.
But you can continue to speak.
Hello?
You're fading, Ms. Owens. It's kind of like it's catching every other word, maybe.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to continue.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, we do have the site that it is under Kindred at Home.
Krista, we are having a little bit of trouble hearing you. And we know that the information that you have to share is definitely valuable and beneficial to our job seekers. Is it possible for you to actually list the positions that you have in chat and then I can announce them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Bear with us just one moment, Tarrant County. We will be up and rolling again shortly. Technology is amazing when it works properly, right?
Okay. Well, I know all morning we've been having difficulties like with our emails, with our computer system. Everything's just been lagging for us.
Well, we can hear you perfectly now.
Oh. Okay, just in
Okay, so thank you so much for that information. Currently, they have a staffing coordinator position open, as well as a PCA, which is a personal home provider assistant, as well as a field supervisor. Question that I have for you, Ms. Owens, is what is the requirements for the staffing coordinator, as well as the salary? If you could put that information in chat, I would gratefully announce that to everyone. And if you could provide the same level of detail for the PCA, as well as the field supervisor. If you would like to mention any perks that are associated with your company, we can definitely mention that as well. That's always helpful and enticing.
And Christie, if you could share some of your pay and your benefits for full-time versus part-time, that would be good too. Thank you.
Yes, the pay does vary on each position. I do know that I don't want to give you the incorrect for the staffing coordinator or the field supervisor. I do know for the PCA that it starts out. It just really depends on the experience, the level of experience that's with no experience. And do mind you that they do go in and they will train. If they have never did this line of work before, they will go in and they will train and show you what all needs to be done. And the ones that, of course, that's just, you know, at the low end. If you've got experience, it's definitely more than that. And it is non-skilled. You don't have to be, you know, licensed or certified or anything like that. They do go in and train you with all three of these, the staffing coordinator, the staffing coordinator really depends. So if they do require for 1 year experience, but if they have taking care of a family member or has been in the line of business of, you know, healthcare, even if it's not office related, they still take that in perspective and look at that as well. We do have benefits for full-time employees, but not part-time. And I did want to let you know that even on the part-time, maybe there's someone looking for 20 hours. Every client that we have are allotted X amount of hours. So every client is different.
Okay, thank you so much for that information, Krista. If you could please, thank you for sharing the information. We weren't able to hear what the salary was for the PCA, so if you could put that in the chat. And I did hear you say that it's non-skilled. So question, would it be ideal for a certified nursing assistant to work as a PCA?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And they,
While Ms. Owens is working on putting that salary information into the chat, Tarrant County, we would just like to open it up to you. If you have additional questions relating to girling, if you could just put those in the chat and we will be sure to get you the answers. You know, because the audio has been a little broken, but we want to ensure that you are getting everything, getting all of your questions answered.
Okay, I have 3. Are you ready for them? Okay, I have one that says, what restrictions do you have in terms of individuals with criminal backgrounds?
That is a case by case, depending on what position that she is inquiring about. If the office, the coordinator, staffing coordinator, and the field. I mean, it's an extensive background for sure on all positions, but it does vary on case by case, you know, depending on what it was and how long it's been there. I do know that in the office, in the field, you know, we do want to make sure that we are getting great candidates that's going to go in and provide great care for our clients in the home, and we don't want anything on their background.
Christie, does Kinder provide 24-hour home care? And if so, does the employee stay at the homeowner's home during that time?
Some clients do provide 24-hour care. They would not be there the whole entire time. Of course, they would be split up into different shifts. We may have a night position that they would vary. If someone is looking for a night position overnight, we can all make sure that we put them down and
Okay, Christie, we might have to send you a little bit of a list because you're at least breaking up on my end. So we might have to send you a list and then send it back out to our chat folks, if that's okay. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Brittany, for being willing to go that extra mile to get the answers out to the job seekers. I do apologize about the the technical difficulties that we have experienced this morning. Thank you, Christie, for the information that you have shared. Last but not least, we have the amazing CLC, and Krystle Kaszuba will be speaking about the opportunities. Last but not least, the greatest will present.
Well, thank you.
Go ahead and take it away, Krystle.
Okay. First of all, welcome to everybody on the event. It could get a little bleak sometimes looking for employment, so keep your head up. I was there where you might be right now. I just retired from the military recently, and this, I joke, is my first real job after the government. But I love it here at CLC, which is a nonprofit agency. The two job positions that I'm going to speak about are very specific, but if it's not something that applies to you, I will tell you a little bit about our organization because it might have some services that could benefit you and help you in your quest to conquer your employment goals. So what we really are is we're located here in Fort Worth. We have two locations, one in White Settlement, right outside Lockheed Martin, and we're a trade school. We teach 6 courses with our agency. Here in Fort Worth, where I'm located by Lockheed Martin in White Settlement, we have a manufacturing and aerospace assembly course. We also have a bookkeeping course. On our other location in Forest Hill, we offer courses such as forklift logistics, CNC machining for those that want to be a fabricator, and last but not least, welding. So my apologies for the glare. But the welding program is actually why I'm here. We are looking to hire a night welding instructor. The hours that we're looking for that employee to work is from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Monday through Friday. We don't work the weekends. The course is 8 weeks in length. Right now, it could start as a contract position and lead to full-time employment. What we're looking for is someone who has 5 or more years of experience in welding, specifically stick, MIG, oxy, acetylene, plasma, or TIG. So again, I know it's specific, but if you fit that criteria and this sounds like something you're interested in, we are looking for a great instructor. So I'll tell you, my organization has existed since 2000, again, nonprofit agency. We serve the unemployed and the underemployed, and our whole goal is to work with clients to get them that better quality of life for them to provide for their families. We serve the North Texas region. So if you're possibly interested in one of our courses or you know someone who is, we serve 6 counties: Tarrant, Dallas, Denton, Hood, Parker. I might be missing one. There's 6 of them. Bilingual is preferred, but not required. You're basically responsible for the classroom and shop instruction as the night welding instructor. That includes things like safety, you're teaching blueprints, shop math, precision measurements, welding symbols. I'll put my email in the chat if you have a resume that you want us to review. We've really not been affected by the pandemic. We're still holding classes. We do implement controls with face masks and frequent cleaning, things like that. The interesting thing about my organization is, although it's a nonprofit agency, it's actually unionized. So there are periodic bumps in pay based on your longevity. You basically start as a probationary employee, and assuming your performance is satisfactory, after 120 days, you start to get bumps in your employment, like your salary. So that's the first milestone. And then every anniversary year, you get a bump. They do have bonuses. My company, if you have to travel within the DFW area for whatever reason, they do offer mileage reimbursement. We have paid federal days off for the holidays. Let's see what else. 4 hours sick time per month. Pension. There's not a lot of organizations out there that offer a pension anymore. And if you're vested with our organization after 5 years, you can qualify for a pension with CLC. Health insurance, it's completely voluntary as an employee. If you are hired with us, if you want health insurance, there is a cost to you, the employee, but the employer also covers a good majority of the premium. And that includes vision, dental, health insurance, short-term disability, and ADD insurance. The other position that we have open is a brand new course that we're just getting online now, and it's for our HVAC program. So we're teaching students how to diagnose and basic repair of HVAC systems. It's in the team member classification. So what does that mean? Again, like other agencies and organizations have explained, it's based on your experience, right? If you have more experience, you can negotiate for a higher salary. But the absolute minimum salary in the team member classification is $12 an hour. That's the bare minimum. So it can go higher than that. Let's see. So they're currently building the lab right now, which is exciting for the HVAC program. And that's going to be here in Fort Worth in our White Settlement location. We're looking for somebody with at least 1 or more years of HVAC experience. You don't have to have a certification, but we are looking for a experienced technician. I think that's it. It's similar in the sense that you're expected to know how to diagnose the fundamentals of HVAC, design electrical components, refrigerant, airflow, those kinds of things. Again, bilingual is preferred but not required. You must have Microsoft Office experience because as an instructor, there is administrative tracking requirements for our students. CLC is graded or grant funded by some organizations, private and also state. We also have job placement here for our clients in these industries, and we have preferential hiring for our graduates with stakeholders that have helped us design our curriculum so that they know what they're getting. So again, I appreciate your attention. I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors. If CLC is not a potential employer for you, tell your friends about us because we do great things. We don't advertise. We're a nonprofit. We're a very small company, 50 people or less. I appreciate y'all so much. And thank y'all for putting this together. I love the format. It's great.
Do we have any, thank you so much, Krystle, for coming on, sharing that information that you have shared with us. I heard you say a couple of things that resonated with me. One, most importantly, you said that your company offers a pension.
Yes.
Right? So yes. With that, let me translate that to anyone that's listening. A pension will be there, like, as long as you are vested. That is your benefit after you retire. It is completely different from 401k. So that is an opportunity for you to, kind of start stacking those eggs for retirement. That's amazing because not a lot of companies offer pension anymore. In addition to some of the things that she's mentioned, I want to highlight the trainings that they offer are actually considered high demand occupations, which means that should you go through training as with CLC, you won't have a problem getting hired, right? In addition to the stakeholders that they have partnered with, which offer preferential placement. So it's an opportunity for employment, but also an opportunity for training. So they are well-rounded in serving and servicing our community at large. Thank you so much for the information that you have shared. Do we have any questions relating to the great opportunities that she has mentioned, Brittany?
I saw one of them and it was asking about, do we have a position as a vocational counselor? Not at this time. We right now have 2 veteran-specific case managers. I'm actually one of them. And we also have a business developer, right? So those are kind of the, as close as you could say, vocational counselor positions that CLC has right now. Maybe in the future, you know, if someone does decide to retire and take that pension, but not at this time. And I will say just a really quick plug about our courses. If you know any veterans, spouses of veterans, or veterans dependents, meaning unmarried children who still have a dependent ID card, our courses are completely 100% tuition free to that community based on grant funding. We have some other programs. I'll just mention them really quick, but it's a youth build program. So if you know anybody in the age range of 16 to 24 that hasn't completed their high school diploma, we have a program that they could enroll in, get their GED. We allow them to work and build a tiny home so they get construction experience, and that a lot of times helps get them a job. So it's kind of like doing good for the community while also developing that at-risk community, if you will. And then the other one that we have is it's a reentry program. So if we've had clients in our service area of North Texas, the 6 counties that I mentioned, and they've had a brush with the law, maybe it was they're on probation or they were actually incarcerated or whatever the deal may be, they can also come through our reentry program, and we assist them with getting the training, getting the employment support, and getting them hired. I personally didn't know that UPS was a second chance employer, so that was great information for me personally. But my colleague is aware of other second chance employers as well, and that's how we partner. So as beneficial as this probably is for you, the job seeker, this was also very beneficial for me. So again, I can't thank you enough for letting me participate.
Absolutely. And I failed to mention, but let me go back because it's most important. Thank you for your service.
No problem.
And as I mentioned earlier, as Workforce Solutions, we do take pride in providing that priority of service to veterans and their families. So thank you again for your service. Any questions, Britt?
Krystle, did you say you would share your email? And if so, share it into the chat, please.
Thank you for the reminder.
Sure.
This has been an amazing time that we have spent together. Thank each of you for your part in playing and for your part in being involved in getting this valuable information out to the job seekers that we service. I know that we have gone over just a little bit, but sometimes that happens when you are having fun and enjoying a particular setting. Just as a reminder, I just want to recap on virtual hiring event that we have coming up on September 22nd. That event will be 9 until 2. This will be an opportunity for job seekers to interact with employers that are hiring for local talent. We encourage you to come out and just to be a part of this virtual event. If you are interested in looking at how to register for this event or just finding out a little bit more of how this platform will operate, please visit workforcesolutions.net /event. Industry Discover Virtual Job Fair. And if you have questions relating to this information that I have shared, please feel free to contact us by email at events@workforcesolutions.net. Again, special thanks to each of the employers who have taken their time out today to discuss opportunities that are definitely available to the population of job seekers that we service. Thank you, CLC, Gaylord Texan, UPS, Republic National, and Girling. It has been an amazing time today, and it's our hope that we see you again at any point during the month on the 3rd Thursday of each month. This time, tune in. We will be happy to have you.